Welcome students. In this video I'm going to teach you how to divide decimal by whole number. Notice in this case the dividend is greater than the divisor. So we expect the answer. So answer, in other words, the quotient has to be greater than 1. So the way you do this type of division is first notice you have a decimal point. The first thing you have to do is put a decimal on top of the other decimal point here. Now we're gonna start. So now we can do long division just the way we've done without decimals, but make sure that we properly divide. We properly position the quotient digits. So here we're gonna start. There are two ways to do this. You divide 35 into 64 or 35 into 642. I would say you start with 35 and 64 because that would be easy. Okay, so 35, how many times does 35 goes into 64? Just one time, because if you think about it, 35 times 2, that's 70. So that is over 64. So I would say you put the 1 on top of the 4 because you only have one digit for the 64. So now 1 times 35 is 35. Now 64 minus 35, 14 minus 5. 14 minus 5, that's 9. This becomes 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. So that's 29. Does 35 goes into 29? No. So we bring down the 2. Okay, so now how many times does 35 goes into 292? Let's think about it. So 35 times 2 is 70. So for 200, I can put 74 times, 2 times. In 300, because almost 300, we put it 6 times. But because we have a little left over, that would be 6 times. Let's put 7 times. Let's see what happens. 35 times 7. Let's think about it. Okay, so 7 times 5, 35. Carry 3. 7 times 3, 21 plus 3. That's 24. That's 245. What happens if I do 35 times 8? Let's see. So I just add, let's see if I go over or below it. So 8 times 5, 40. Carry 4. 8 times 3, 24 plus 4. 8 times 3, 24 plus 4, 280. So that's better. Okay, so the answer here, I'm going to put A here on top of the 2. So now 280. Do that subtraction. So 292 minus 280, that's 12. Now we bring down the 9. Now because we're on the other side, we're going to start here. Okay, so we bring down the 9. How many times does 35 goes into 29? Let's see. So 70 70 has 2 35s. So let's try 3 times. Okay, so 35 times 3. 5 times 3, 15 goes 1. 3 times 3, 9 plus 1, 105. 5 times 3, 15. Carry 1. 3 times 3, 9 plus 1, 10. So let's put a 3 here. So 35 times 3, that's 105 minus. So we subtract, that would be 4, 2, 24. Does 35 goes into 24? No. So we bring down the 1. Let's see. 241. Here we did 292 and we did 8. So let's see if we do 7. 30. I think, let's see. 35 times 7. So 7 times 5, 35, carry 3, 7 times 3, 21, plus 3, 24, 245. That's over. So that means that this has to be 6. Because 35 times 6, 6 times 5, 30. Carry 3, 6 times 3, 6 times 3, 18 plus 3, that's 21, that's 210. If I add 35 to it, that's gonna put me at 245, so we don't want that. Okay, so we put the 6. So 35 times 6, that's 210. Subtract, that's 31. Final, put a 5, bring down the 5. Let's see what happens. Here, 280, we did 8. So let's do 9. So 35 times 9, 5 times 9, 5 times 9, 45, carry 4. 9 times 3, 27 plus 4, that's 31. So 315, that makes sense. Okay, so let's put a 9 here. And that would be 35 times 9, that's 315. Remainder 0. We got what we wanted. So the answer, the quotient, this is the answer, the quotient. 18.369. So that's how you do decimals but divided by whole number. Whenever the dividend is greater than the divisor. Let's do one more. So in this case, we're gonna do 589.71 divided by 30. Okay, first step, put the decimal point above the other decimal point. Next step, does 30 goes into 58? Yes. How many times? Only 1. So let's put that 1 on top of the 8. So 30 times 1, 30. 58 minus 30, that would be 28. Okay, does 30 goes into 28? No. So we bring down the 9. How many times does 30 goes into 289? That's what we're going to put here on top of the 9. So let's see. So in 100, 3 times 30 times 3 is 90. So in 100 there are 3 30s. So in 200 there are about 6. So 200 we have 6. So now in 80, because we have a little left over, we're gonna put 3 more. So 289. Well, I assume we're gonna have about 9 30s. So let's see what happens. So now we do 30 times 9. 9 times 0, 0. 9 times 3, 27. 270. Okay, so let's put the 9 here. And then we do 30 times 9, 270. 289 minus 270, that's 19. Okay, now we'll go beyond the decimal point. So we're gonna start here. Okay. So 19. Does 30 goes into 19? No. So we bring down the 7. Remember, 200 there are about 630. So let's do 30 times 6. 6 times 0, 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 3, 18. So that's it. Okay, so let's put the 6 here. And let's do 30 times 6, 180. 197 minus 180, that's 17. We have one more. Okay, so we bring down the 1. How many times does 30 goes into 171? Let's see. In one so we did in 197 there are about 6. So now let's try 5. 30 times 5. 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 3, 150. Okay, so let's put 5 here because if we go 6, we're gonna go over. So let's do 5. Okay, 30 times 5, 150. 171 minus 150, that's 21. Does 30 goes into 21? No. We don't have any more digits, so what do? We add, we bring down a 0. We don't, and imagine, we think like there is a 0 here, so we just bring it down the 0, and let's compute. Okay, so now, in 180, we did 6. So let's see 30 times 7. 30 times 7. Let's see, 7 times 0, 0. 7 times 3, 21. So we got it. So let's put a 7 here. And we do 30 times 7, 210. Remainder, 0. And we got the quotient. That's the answer. Because we got remainder here, that means we have the right answer. So this is our answer, the quotient. So I taught you how to do decimal by whole numbers, students. Thank you very much. In my other video, we're going to look at when we have when the dividend is smaller than the divisor. That will give us numbers that are less than 1 and greater than 0. So we're going to take a look at that. And there we're going to see other tricks that we don't see here. Thank you very much, students.